Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I've just returned from a hotel near the Dartford Bridge because when the story of President Trump retweeting 3 separate videos that were posted on Twitter on Jada Franson's account broke this morning, I immediately booked a kind of HQ in one of the hotels there, and literally all day we've had back-to-back TV and radio interviews in the hotel. We've pretty much been interviewed by the entire North American television media and pretty much everyone in the UK. I mean everyone from BBC, ITV, Channel 4, etc, etc. So we've just come away from there, and immediately I'm driving home and I switch on LBC because I want to listen to the reaction on LBC to what the president did today in retweeting several tweets. And to be honest, I'm absolutely seething with anger at Nigel Farage, the ex-leader of UKIP. Now, we all respect Farage for what he did for this country in helping to bring us out of the European Union. But let's not forget that for years and years and years, Nigel Farage was called a racist, a fascist and a bigot. And the media told lie after lie after lie about Nigel Farage. So to my astonishment, I'm listening to the Nigel Farage show on LBC, and what do I hear? I hear Nigel Farage calling Britain First a, quote, neo-fascist organisation. I hear him coming up with outright, outlandish lies, such as Jada Franson, this Franson woman, has a conviction for race hate. Absolutely untrue. She has a conviction for religiously aggravated harassment, which of course we all know only came about because she stood her ground in an argument with a hijab wearing Muslim woman on the streets of Luton who called Jada a slag for dressing just like every other single British woman in the country does. But Nigel Farage, who for years lambasted so-called left-wing bias establishment journalist, is now firmly embedded in the British media, and he's calling people racist. He's calling people bigots. He's actually repeating lies about British politicians. Now, why is he doing this? Considering he suffered at the hands of the left-wing bias media for so bloody long. Why is Nigel Farage now firmly part of the establishment which he professed to hate and struggle against for all those years? It's absolutely scandalous. You all remember when Nigel Farage was ambushed by a group of left-wing activists in a family pub in Kent. His family was harassed by a group called Beyond UKIP, which were a group of hippie left-wing idiots. What happened the next week? This group of leftists held a meeting. Who turned up and stormed the meeting and confronted these leftists who'd been harassing Nigel Farage and his family? Yes, it was Britain First. It was me. It was Jada Franson. We went there specifically because we were annoyed and upset at the way the left had treated Nigel Farage. Now Nigel Farage, live from the gravy train in Brussels, is calling Britain First a neo-fascist organisation. He's calling us racist. He's calling us bigots. What the hell has happened to Nigel Farage? What the hell has happened to our Nigel? The one who led us for all those years to try and get us out of the European Union. The man who's responsible for Brexit is now attacking Donald Trump. He's now calling us fascists, racist, bigots. In my opinion, he has turned into a snake. He's gone native in the establishment media, and he is using their tricks, the same tricks that he suffered with for years on end. I'm disgusted with Nigel Farage. I'm absolutely apoplectic with rage at what he's just said on LBC. So what do? I ring up LBC. The person who deals with the calls comes on and he says, what do you want to say to Nigel Farage? I said, I'm leader of Britain First. My name is Paul Golding. He just called us a neo-fascist organisation. I want to challenge Nigel Farage. He said, I'm on hold for 10 seconds, comes back, says we'll ring you during the break. Be ready. Total silence. 20 minutes passes. We're coming up to the end of the Nigel Farage show. So I decide to ring back. It rings out. I decide to ring back again. It rings out. Because that coward Nigel Farage would not debate with me. He wouldn't listen to what I had to say about his absolutely outrageous claims. But Nigel Farage right now is part of the left-wing media. He's using their language, and he's gone native in the establishment that made him suffer for years on end. It's absolutely scandalous, and I never thought I'd see the day when I condemn Nigel Farage in the most forthright terms I possibly can. But he is now part of the establishment, part of the media, and he is calling people who are facing prison for criticising Islam in a public speech, he's calling us neo-fascists. That's the measure of Nigel Farage in Brussels, at the Parliament, on the gravy train. That's the way he thinks of other British patriots.
We will make America great again.